Thank
Blog Talk Radio / 2 Raw TV, man. I'm too raw for TV.
If you hear my voice, then you're part of the revolution. Welcome to the new world. I'm your host, the ratchet revolutionary, Palmetto Star, but you can call me Prophet. Hit me up on X, Elon Musk toy, whatever you want to call it, at 2 Raw 4 TV Radio. I'm on there, but tonight we are continuing a discussion that needs to be had. Recently, there was a viral moment that happened at Stone Mountain, and I happened to be there. Mikko Turtle happened to be there, and there was a group of highly conscious people that from all around the country that were chanting, "Atlanta is Atlantis." And I thought to myself, where did I hear that before? Too Raw for TV. July 17th, we had a show called Atlanta is Atlantis, where we actually predicted that very moment. We can't make this shit up, man. You guys check it out on TooRawForTV.tv. Those episodes that were lost, other people lost them on Blog Talk that people thought were lost. They're not lost. They're coming on TooRawForTV.tv. And we're going to give you a snippet of that prophecy. But the show was called Atlanta is Atlantis and Other Divine Signs of Black Supremacy. That was actually Mikko Turtle's first guest appearance on the show, on Too Raw for TV. And since then, he's been part of the Too Raw for TV family. And, he was talking about the whole thing, Atlanta is Atlantis. And that proclamation was made. And didn't happen. It didn't happen. Right there, Atlanta is Atlantis and Other Divine Signs of Black Supremacy. That was predicted 2018, July 17th. So now we're having part 2 of that discussion, the aftermath, the realization. So now it was a proclamation, now it's a realization. Atlanta is Atlantis. So we're going in tonight about that subject. Plus, we have PATHOS.
What's up?
Man, check out this book, man. Black Atlantis. He has a lot of knowledge about this, and we're going to go in. But what you got to do right now is call in 470 470. Oh my gosh. 470. Call in that number. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go in tonight. Call in that 470. You got that you see right there on the screen. You know what I'm saying? We're going in tonight with PATHOS and Mikko Turtle and Atlanta is Atlantis. So we're talking about that. Part 2 of the discussion. So, PATHOS, what can you tell us a little bit like Black Atlantis? That's your book, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Well, part of it is reclaiming our heritage. So all the while growing up, every time I came across Atlantis, it was always Caucasians. And it's like, yo, and then when I really got knowledge of self and I started reading the Emerald Tablets of Thoth and stuff like that, it's like, yo, what? Hold up, this is actually our shit, like everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wanted to put the black on it, but I didn't want it to be African Atlantis, not like that. But the black represents our struggle here in America. You know what I'm saying? It's a unique struggle. So that's where the black comes from, and black means before light and cosmic knowledge, which we are. So it's more than just a race; it's a vibration. You feel me? So yeah. So that's just a little bit about it, but yeah.
Right. And then people get caught up in the whole Atlantis thing. To me, it's like Atlantis is more than just a place. You know what I'm saying? It's like It's a group of people.
Yeah, for real.
It's a group of people. So, you know what I'm saying? So you can't just go off just Atlanta as this place. That's how they keep you in the box.
For real.
That's how they keep you in the box. They say, oh, this is just the one place that you got, and it's underwater now.
Right.
Just like they buried underwater with Lake Lanier. Underneath Lake Lanier. You know, they have the same story. They tell the same story. Oh, we did that to you guys. We put Atlantis under the water.
It's the same
people story. Right here. How could Atlantis be underwater if we're right here? Let me know what you got. Think. Call in 470-572-7678. I don't know why I had that brain fart for a second.
Yeah.
But that's the number 470-572-7678. You guys call in. We're going in tonight. Atlantis is Atlanta. And other divine signs of black supremacy. We're going in. We got PATHOS. Serious. Multi-talented, you know what I'm saying? Not just an author, but he has so much in store, man. He got a lot of stuff that he got going on, you know, and we're going to talk about all of that. Now, so let's talk about this thing, cause I was in Stone Mountain. Mikko Turtle was in Stone Mountain.
Man, lucky.
And, you know, shout out to Red Pill. You know, shout out to everybody that was out there. Blue Pill. Of course, Vicky Dillard. You know, big time shout out to Vicky Dillard. You know what I'm saying? Because she definitely set out the whole magic out there. You know, big time shout out to you. And hopefully you'll be seeing her soon on Two Over TV. We're talking. So all that was happening, and a lot was done on top of the mountain. Like there was a lot of things. You know, when I looked at it, I was like, I thought to myself, someone may take a picture on some hating ass shit and try to paint this as some sort of satanic thing. You know what I'm saying? But so out of all that stuff, because there were some very envelope pushing spiritual practices that were happening out there that you had to be on another mindset to be like, okay,
another,
you know, chant, you know, so that's because because it was freaking normal, you know, with these programmed Christians out their mind, you know, it would, you know, they would get shook by that.
Man, for real.
Out of all those things that was happening on top of the mountain, there was a chant, Atlantis, Atlanta is Atlantis, Atlanta is Atlantis, Atlanta is Atlantis. You know, and it was a whole vibe, a whole vibration, very positive. But they took this little one segment that they could have took a whole lot of other stuff. They took this one little segment of people chanting that, and then they were like, "Oh, what is happening?" Blah blah, like trying to make it some sort of like weird thing or something. Like, no, where do you think they got the gold from on top of the Capitol of not only Georgia but all these states? They got gold on capitals. They got the gold from right here. They talk about it. They talk about the Trailatiers. They talk about all that stuff. They talk about that they got the gold from the people on the Trailatiers. They talk about that, but they don't tell you who it is. It is us sitting right here. You right here watching this.
Your mama,
you know what I'm saying? Too. Yeah, there was different cultures. That's what I'm saying. Like when people have this debate about there's a popular debate now about, you know, whether, you know, people are indigenous to here or they're from Africa and all of that other stuff. And I embrace the indigenous black because we are indigenous.
Yeah, for real.
We are indigenous to here. But we're indigenous to every last single piece of land on this planet. There's not a piece of land that we're not indigenous to. We're indigenous to Africa. We're indigenous to Asia. We're indigenous to India. We're indigenous. And then how can they call us the Indians when India was called Hindustan? They never even called it India. So all the mind fuckery and the history, hemorrhaging of history, because history, how they told you, is a lie. They say, oh, Columbus thought he was in India, but they called India Hindustan. So what the hell is that? What is it? Are we Hindus or are we Indians?
Right.
What do you guys think? Call in 470-572-7678. Black Atlantis. We're going in with Mikko Turtle. Atlantys Indigenous Radio, which you can hear exclusively on TrueRawForTV.tv at 9 p.m. on Thursdays. He just had a show. That's why he's looking kind of worn out. I don't know what. I don't know. You got to pep it up, because we're going in tonight. Atlanta is Atlantis. We're going in. Atlantis.
It's like Dr. Alina Bay say, we all over the world. Like, we're not just on one like continent. Like, what you mean? Like how? How, Sway?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Out of that saying that's on everybody's money, out of many nations, one. That's about us. Because we are many nations. So to me, getting caught up in the whole, it's a funny conversation. And to me, when you associate it with, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why capitalists in politics, they don't mix. So you got, the FBA, which is by itself, that's a well thought about way to identify Black people here in America. Yeah, I think we definitely need that identification that we are indigenous here. However, at the same time, the conversation about tethers and all of this and all of that, and you're from Nigeria, you're tethering, or all this other stuff. While there is definitely a conversation to be had about white supremacist Black people that they send over here, we're indigenous to all these lands. Out of many nations, one. Out of many nations, one. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta know about all that. You know what I'm saying? People talk about we're the Hebrew Israelites. Yes.
Right.
But we're the, you know what I'm saying? We're the Aryans too.
Yep. We Davidians. We everything. We everywhere around the world. That's us. Like it's nowhere you could go that we
original Romans.
Yeah, like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They talked about the island of Lesbos and all this stuff like that. That was occupied by Black people. That's why I tell Black people, we are the first at everything. We are the first at everything. The first person to do anything was Black, whether you're talking about psychology, whether you're talking about, you're talking about tantra, you're talking about spirituality, you're talking about, upper level theology, all of that stuff like that. That was Black people that did it first. You know what I'm saying? Yes. The first philosophers were Black. They, all of these philosophers from so-called Greece and stuff like that came to Egypt, so-called Egypt, Kemet, the land of the Blacks. They went to the land of the Blacks to learn some, to get their knowledge.
That's how Plato got the story of Atlantis. Was from Egypt. Where that when I read that, I was like, all right, that's it. It's us. There's no way. There's no other way it can't be us. Like it's there. It's just where do they hide the knowledge? In books most of the time. So it's like you gotta really like read.
That's right. So that's your
Let's see. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Right. Thumbs up if y'all can hear me.
Well, guess what? Instagram about to go off though. Instagram about to see. That's exactly why they lower the volume. They play these games when you start hitting points that they don't want people to talk about.
They got people.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm serious. They will strip this whole audio. They will put that we will have this whole thing and think the audio's straight right now. We could play it. Put it on upload it, and the audio be stripped. When we have to start having conversations like this, Too Raw for TV conversations. That's why you have to go to the website. TrueRawForTV.tv, tap in, and you can watch all of this uncensored, uncut, and unedited live. You know how we do it, man. But guess what? Big time shout out to MyEmeraldBee.com. You guys get this exclusive honey from My Emerald Bee. You guys get this. My Emerald Bee. This is honey. You're not going to find this at Kroger. You're not going to find this at Walmart. You're not going to find honey with the comb in it anywhere outside of these Black bee farmers. It's MyEmeraldBee.com. And guess what? I'm not supposed to show y'all this, but this is the Forbidden Black Honey, which is an awesome pre-workout mixer and awesome aphrodisiac. So come and hit me on the DMs. Check out my emeraldb.com. Check out my emeraldb.com and tap in. But guess what? You're not going to see this on. You're not going to see this on Twitter. You're not going to see this on Facebook. You're not going to see this on YouTube. You're not going to see it on Instagram, TikTok. Fuck no. Too raw for TV. The revolution will not be televised. 572-7678. You got. I'm telling everybody right now. Call in 470.
You know Black Atlantis is too raw.
7678. We're going in tonight.
Tap in, y'all. Tap in.
And let me know if you can hear the volume now. You couldn't hear it on the Instagram. Let me know if the volume is good. If the volume is good, leave me a comment. Let me know that the volume is good. Leave me a comment on the site. Let me know that the volume is good.
Okay, that was cool. Okay, that was cool.
Or here, Mikko Turtle from Atlantys Indigenous Radio. Can you tell me a little bit about Atlantys Indigenous Radio? New show alert. Comes on 9 p.m. right before 2 Roll for TV.